Hello?
Hey,
Yes, this is he.
good afternoon. This is Zach. How's it going?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, my man. I'm doing good. Had a morning workout, ate some breakfast, from the office getting busy as usual. You got anything exciting planned for the rest of the day?
Oh man, well, it actually started off weird because I'm in college, right? And I
Okay.
didn't know my was expired. And it's been expired for about 5 months now, and I went to the DMV this morning, and you know how much of a mess the DMV is.
Oh, yeah.
So I went in there, I had everything, but they said we need one more proof of residency, and I'm like, what in the world? I'm 19. So that happened. Now I have to go
So now
later.
you have to go figure out that shit show.
Yep. And now I have to go later, and hopefully there's not a line because that takes forever. So.
Oh, I know. Well, it looks like you got a tough day ahead of you, but so I saw you scheduled a call with me. First of all, I want to introduce myself again. So my name is Zach. I do work side by side with, and just to give you a little bit of background on the reason that we were scheduling these calls. So obviously you got our $17 pre-built Shopify store. What we noticed was a lot of people were grabbing our duplicate businesses and they really didn't know what to do with them further. They didn't know how to build them. They didn't know how to continue growing and scaling them. So what we wanted to do is actually work with a couple of select students on a one-on-one basis and build and scale the business together with them. Okay?
Mhm.
So I wanted to do on this call today, I just wanted to ask you a couple questions, basically break down your situation, see what you got going on today, and then see what kind of vision you have for yourself, obviously, in the short term, in the long term, and then with this business specifically, and see if it makes sense for us to dive in and get to work together. Does that sound cool?
Okay. No, yeah, for sure.
Perfect. So I'll be 100% honest with you, dude. I barely skimmed through those applications because there's nothing that you can write on those that I can get to know straight from you. So why don't you start this show off for me? Tell me a little bit more about yourself, what you got going on. You said you're a college student, so do you also have a 9 to 5? Do you own any other side businesses, any investments, or are you pretty much just in college?
Yeah, so I am in college right now. Thankfully, I don't have to pay for it. My parents have a full 529 plan towards that.
Nice.
So I'm working for myself. Everything is under my control at this point besides college. I do work a simple 9 to 5. It's not what I'd say I'd like to have, but it's something to have some steady income coming in. And that's why I turn to other sources. Like I do invest in crypto, but I don't have much there.
Okay.
Because, crypto crypto is a risk, but I can see it long term as a growth. And that's something I do want to keep an eye on as well. I am learning the stock market currently as well. I have a book right now. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's like the 101 stock market. I don't even know who it's by. But yeah, I have that, and I'm looking to rent or probably buy the Rich Dad Poor Dad book because I heard that one was good as well.
Nice. Yeah, that is a good book.
Yeah. So right now I'm a finance major. I have no idea what I want to do with that degree. I heard about real estate, and real estate was it sounded really good, because I didn't want to have to be financially worried in the future, and real estate was a way to not have me feel that way. But then again, there's banking that also you can go into finance with, and that's something that interested me as well. So there's just a lot I want to do, and originally when I heard about this drop shipping, I was, let's say 15 at the time. And, it was during, high school or not high school, but it was middle school when I heard about it. And I was like, yo, I want to get into this. And nope, I was told I have to work a simple 9 to 5. That's all I had to do. And I didn't like the idea of that because that's just not how I want my life to be. So I couldn't start learning about dropshipping until I was 17, and I just watched countless videos. I think I've spent at least 15 hours watching videos a week. But I had that fear of losing it all. But then that kind of sounded hypocritical to me because how can I invest in crypto in the stock market and just not do drop shipping, Like, everything's a risk. Life is a risk itself. So,
of course. But it's about taking
so,
calculated risks and knowing the, the things that you're getting into and the risks, right? It's about taking calculated risks. Everything is going to be a risk, right? And that's good. I'm glad that you have that mentality now, which is a really good thing. All this to all my students and all the businesses that I work with. That same time, energy, and effort that you put into a 9 to 5, if you take that and transfer it and put it into something of your own, then you're going to have potential that's limitless, and you're going to have a limited room to grow as well.
Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So is this going to be your complete first go at dropshipping, actually getting your feet wet, or have you done any sort of e-commerce in the past?
This is my first time.
It's your first time. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So were you looking to kind of go through the trial and error method, or were you looking for some sort of support system? Because I'll be honest, this is what I see a lot of people do, and I made the same mistake myself the first time. When I tried starting my Shopify business 3 years ago, I was also doing bullshit jobs, working UPS, Amazon, driving a truck 50 hours a week, just trading my time for money. It was something bullshit. And what ended up happening was I thought, starting a dropshipping business was just going to be as simple and as easy. I invest money into marketing, I drive people to my store, they purchase my products, and make lots of money. Seems pretty easy. But what ended up happening, where I got a very, very harsh hit with reality, was I ended up spending thousands of dollars into my marketing, but I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't targeting the right audiences, and I ended up losing a lot of money because people were just coming and looking at my store but not actually purchasing anything. Right? And that could be a very discouraging process. So that's why when I started working with people one-on-one, I didn't want to do the same things that other people were doing. I didn't want to throw them a bunch of boring-ass videos or to-do lists, or for you to basically try to figure out how to do this shit on your own. Right? I wanted to actually sit with people one-on-one on Zoom calls and build a business with them. Right?
Correct.
So let me ask you, what would you need specifically, let's say, from a coach, from a support system?
Well, for drop shipping, I'm actually looking for both, like the support system and the trial and error, because I have to fail to at least know that I'm going to succeed. Like I already accepted that fact. So I think that would help me for both, like for support, of course my 9 to 5 doesn't really do much. But there's other stuff I want to do as well. Like this is one of them. And then, stocks and real estate, there's just way too much. And with trial and error, I of course know that there are, products out there that aren't suited for the public or anything like that. And they might, like you said, they might look at it and they just browse through and not buy anything, and that's, as long as they're looking at it, I feel like dragging that attention would much be better than having one person buy it. If they can at least look at it and say, hey, I like this, and then reach out to other people without buying anything, I'm more than happy with that.
But that's not really how it works. That's the whole point. And so let's go 2 points. So first of all, that's not really how it works. If people are coming and not purchasing your product, there's a reason why they're not purchasing your product. It's because they don't see the value, they don't trust it. There's lots of different factors that can go into it. So 99.999% of the time, if they're not purchasing your product or they're just coming to visit your website, it's for a reason, and you're most likely not going to be referring you to other people, right? So the whole goal is to get people to come that are actually going to be purchasing your products, because that's how you're going to make your money. Now, to your second point, there's not really an option where there's in between, either a support system and a trial and error method. Because if you start working with me, I'm throwing that trial and error method completely out the window. You're already going to start working on a proven path that we know is going to work, right? Now, again, necessarily, you're 100% right. There's products that are going to be profitable, products that are not going to be profitable, products that are going to stop making you money, but it's all about making those adjustments the correct way and efficiently enough so that you're always still in the profit zone and always making money. Right?
Okay, well, and I actually do understand that, because it makes a lot more sense for the long term, like that I want to succeed, because honestly, the whole idea of getting into this was I wanted to succeed and find other ways to succeed. So honestly, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Of course, and that's the thing. I'm not looking to work with people on a 1 month basis, keep it as much as I can. People I'm looking to work with are on a long-term relationship, or to continue helping you with other things as well. Like, for example, once I started building my Shopify store and I started making money with What I did is I took that money and I learned how to reinvest it into real estate and other things that are making money. The same, different methods that you're looking for as well. Right? This is a stepping stone to entrepreneurship. Right?
Yep.
Now let me ask you, dude. If I could toss out that entire trial and error method where you don't have to go and figure shit out on your own, you don't have to lose money along the way, but you have a structure, you have a game plan in front of you, and you're also working with experts who have already made millions of dollars in this space, and who you get to sit down with on a one-on-one basis, you get to learn from, you get to work with. How soon would you be ready to dive in and get to work with me on this business?
How soon? I'm going to be straight. I think now. I have way too much time on my hands, and I think I need to fill in that time with anything. So I'm willing to start now,
Good. And you can hold yourself accountable, because that extra time that you have, I want to make sure I'm working with people that are going to be motivated. So I'm going to be setting aside time to work with them one-on-one. I don't want to have to chase you to show up to your calls. I want to make sure that you're going to be motivated, hold yourself accountable, and stay consistent with that extra time you have to give.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Are you ready to do that?
I can do that, correct, yes.
Good. That's what I like to hear. So did you want me to take, let's say, the next minute or two, break down how we're going to actually go through this process, how we're going to build a business, and then you can go and give me a decision if you're ready to dive in and get to work.
Okay.
Okay? Do you want to grab a pen and a notebook just in case you have any questions to ask me afterwards?
Okay. Got you.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right. I'm good to go.
Perfect. So first things first, like I said, dude, I want to provide you with a blueprint with our structure. So that's basically going to be our game plan that's going to be taking you from steps A to Z. And that's just, for you to start following through to build your foundation of knowledge. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I do want to take a little bit of the legwork away from you as well, like I was talking about, so that we can start focusing on advertising and marketing, because those are going to be the biggest portions of the business. So at the end of every single week, I'm actually just going to give you a list of already proven winning products that I know are going to be profitable, that I know are going to bring value to the market. You're going to have that list to choose from.
Okay.
Okay? Now, I'll tell you a little secret. Like I told you, it does not matter at the end of the day how good your product is. Okay? Whether it's Lamborghinis, whether it's gold bricks, whether it's T-shirts, whatever it may be, if nobody can see your product at the end of the day, nobody's going to be able to buy it. It's just going to sit on your website like a duck. Okay? I don't want that to happen. So you're going to start working with our team of in-house editors who are going to help you create these professional advertisements for your products. Okay? Whether they be Photoshops, video works, any sort of social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, whatever it may be.
Gotcha.
Okay? Like I said, I want to jump on 3 hourly Zoom calls with you, actually go face-to-face, make sure you're progressing in the right direction. So the first 2 Zoom calls every single week, those are going to be group calls. And the third Zoom call every single week is going to be a one-on-one call with just you and directly. Okay?
Gotcha.
So that's where you guys are going to go and share your screen. You guys are going to work on your business together.
All right,
okay?
Gotcha.
I'm also going to do, just to throw it in, just to make things a little bit easier for you as well, I'm going to add you into a private WhatsApp group with as well as your 3 other coaches, so that the other 6 days when you don't have a one-on-one call with them, you can just shoot them a text anytime, 24/7, to ask them a question, to get an approval, to get an opinion, whatever you may need from them. They're basically there at your access 24/7.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. That does.
Perfect. Now, that is actually the best part about getting to work with me as well. So in terms of the investment, I'm not doing any of those monthly fees or subscriptions to work with me. I'm not doing any of those bullshit hidden fees that once you get started working with me, you have to start paying this bullshit or you have to start paying that bullshit. And I'm also not taking any cuts or percentages of your profit either. Okay, so 100% of what you're going to be earning on your store, that's going to be completely for you to keep. I'm not going to be taking a single penny or dollar out of it. Okay? But it is a one-time initial investment of $2,000 to get to work.
Got you.
Okay. I know I threw out a lot of information at you. Did you have any questions, comments, concerns for me so far?
No, none at all.
No questions. You're 100% sure.
I am 100% certain, yes.
Okay. Perfect. You didn't have any more questions. Are we ready to get your account set up? Or are we ready to get to work?
I'm ready to go when you are.
Let's get it, my man. So you're going to make yourself available tomorrow for your first onboarding Zoom call, correct?
Yes. Well, do we schedule a time, or do you guys have a time ready?
Yeah. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to register your account. We'll take care of the $2,000 investment, and then I'll give you access to your portal, basically where you have your blueprint, where you start booking your one-on-one calls, and you're going to have a calendar in front of you, and we'll book your onboarding Zoom call together for tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, sounds good.
So just give me a second here. I'm going to need to set up your account, and I'm just going to need a little bit of information from you. Got here. So just to confirm, I have.
Oh, actually, you got it right. Good job.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was Latino, so you always change the J into a.
Yeah.
And
Yes, correct.
okay, let me put that in. And then, do you already have WhatsApp for me to
I
add you
actually
into the private
don't
group?
have WhatsApp.
Okay, so while I'm setting up your account, why don't you go on your phone, put me on speaker, just start downloading WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah, I will do that.
262, this number I'm calling you on, is that the number you're going to connect to the WhatsApp?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so let me add that in. There we go. By the way, 262, I don't recognize where that area code is. Where are you based at?
Well, I actually moved, so that area code was based in. I'm in Kansas City.
You're in Kansas City now. Oh, nice.
I'm too lazy to.
It's not lazy. If you already had a phone, I wouldn't want to change my phone number either.
Yeah.
All right. So you're 19 or 20?
I'm 19.
Very nice. It's so refreshing to hear young people who are looking to get into the entrepreneurial spirit, honestly. Yep. So many people that try to get stuck in the system, the matrix, whatever you want to call it, just want to trade their time for money. And it's really refreshing to hear people who are taking steps out of their comfort zone, learning new skills, basically to set up their future later on, right?
Mm-hmm. I at a young age, but I watched my parents spend a lot of money on stuff they didn't need, and it's just not what I wanted. So, and my dad, you know how they're paying for college and everything, and I'm thankful for that, but at the same time, it's like there are other ways to make money besides college, you know.
Trust me. And take it from me, I don't know if your parents are immigrants as well, but my parents were immigrants. They came to Canada. I was born in Toronto, and their only wish was for me to go to school. That's the reason they moved to Canada, to give me a better life so that I, have something consistent. And it just wasn't for me. And when I dropped out of school after my first 2 years, they were devastated. They hated it because they didn't see anything. I had nothing to show. All I was doing was working, like I told you, for UPS, Amazon, doing bullshit jobs. But I knew that once I showed them what I can do in terms of entrepreneurial, in terms of building businesses, that they would have nothing to say at that point. Right? And that's all it takes. It's just showing them, because telling them about it now isn't gonna help them.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm planning to do.
Good. That's what I like to hear, dude. Okay. For the $2,000 investment, it's actually only going to be $1,997. Are we going to be using Visa, Amex, MasterCard, or debit?